fact of taking an offseason where they have signed Jung-Hoo Lee and Jorge Soler and Matt Chapman, and who knows what's about to happen next. Apparently still in the running, and Bob Nightingale thinks they're the favorite and all these good things.
Right.
They've taken that into the lead up to the season feeling like the coldest-hearted team in all of Major League Baseball.
Right, in a move that, didn't need to be made, and it didn't need to be made the way it was made in late March, where you take a very popular and well-known PA announcer, and a lot of us don't even know who the PA announcers are for various teams, but you know this one because she is a Bay Area icon, and you heard her through her work on the radio, and you heard her here for, every single game that's ever been played in this ballpark. And, you know Renel a little bit, I know Renel a little bit, and we all feel like we know Renel, even if you haven't had the chance to meet her, because she's one of us.
And that's how she made you feel when you talked to her.
Exactly, and when you heard her on the radio. And we work right next door to a guy named Chuy Gomez, who is, equally iconic, and he's been iconic as long as she has, basically, in the radio business. And just when you say the name Chuy Gomez, people know immediately who you're talking about. You close your eyes and you can hear his voice, and she's the exact same way. She's been on radio forever, and now the Giants have chosen to go in a different direction. It just sucks.
The next caller is in the city, and the name is No. No. Yeah, there's a few different ways to do this.
Nice.
Let's see how the caller does it. Hi, No.
Hey, you guys. It's good to hear from you. Mark, Dan, you guys are great. I just have two short comments. Just want to make it to the point. First is to Renel. Her warm, bright, possessive voice is like the view, looking out to the East Bay and in that stadium, in that ballpark. We love her, we support her, and we're going to uplift her. Okay, so I want her to hear that. The second comment is to the bosses over at the Giants. You guys, what are you doing? Here's what has to happen. Rehire right now. Her emeritus status should get her a jersey in the rafters. The raise that she asked for, or, if you guys tried to short pay her, she deserves a raise. And 5 more years, at least, on her own terms. So we love you right now.
Thank you, No. For calling in. I just here's another thing. See, this is what happens, and I know that he didn't mean it this way, but I don't even know if what the premise that we're working with is true. Right? Renel asked for a raise. I don't know that. I have no idea.
Right.
Oh, we couldn't come to an agreement. Well, automatically your mind goes to money, but I don't know that it was about that. I don't know that it was about that at all.
Nobody knows.
I have no idea what it was about. I do know that when corporations use language like that, they view it as a catch-all. It's like they know where your brain is going to go. Oh, we could not come to an agreement on a new contract. Oh, the finances. Maybe, or maybe that's what they want you to think.
Right.
In other words, we could not come to an agreement on a contract because we didn't offer her one.
That's possible. That's possible.
Right? And they use that catch-all language because they're like, we didn't lie. Like, come on, man. You're misleading at a minimum. And the bottom line is this. You asked this question a few minutes ago, and there's no way to answer it because there's no good answer to it. Why? You can't answer that.
Right.
Because there is no answer. Why would you do this? Why? Give me one good possible reason.
From the organization?
Other than like they found Renel stealing from the cash register.
Right, if there is one
and
in the booth.
I'm all bet that she didn't.
Right.
Other than that.
She was dipping into the 50-50 raffle.
Give me.
Come on, dude.
Does anybody ever actually win that?
Somebody does.
Have you ever giant. Call the station right now if you've ever won the 50-50 raffle.
Totally.
Because there should be like some rich people out there, man. And I've never known anybody. I'm over there every night for a few years. And I never met anyone who was like on the way out. Because, right?
I just won 74 grand.
Yeah, well, I'm like, for a few years, I'm like the last one out of the building. And you'd think that whoever just won, thank you, whoever just won 28 grand, I don't know, might need to stay after the game and sign a few pieces of paper.
Yeah, some forms.
So I would have figured I'd run into this person, like, really with a big smile. I just won $28,000.
In the 50-50 raffle.
Never saw it.
Yeah.
Never saw it.
I wonder.
I'd love to know who actually won that thing.
Well, if they would have been scraping off the top of that thing, you could have paid Renel. Am I right? But you are accurate in saying that.
What's the possible reason for doing this?
She was too popular, and they wanted to have somebody who was a little bit more monotone and less energetic. Somebody who connects less with the fan base, Mark. We're looking for, actually, we're just going to go to AI. We're going to use artificial intelligence now to do our PA. Now batting, center fielder, Jung Hoo Lee, beep, 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 boop, 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 boop.
Would be amazing, actually, if they hired Kapler to do this job.
I'm back.
Now batting, Jung Hoo Lee.
P.S. He won't be batting in the fourth. I'll be pinch hitting for him from the booth.
Oh, God. Yeah, they could have Gabe only do it when it's a pinch hitter.
Right.
They could actually just record that. Pinch hitting. That's it. That's
so
it.
stubborn.
Just Gabe. It's time to pinch hit. Or when it's time to make a pitching change. I don't see what a good reason could be. The only thing that pops to my head, and this is a horrible reason, but Renel, because Renel is an institution in the Bay Area, and because Renel has a very big personality, one of the things I really loved about Renel is that, as you put it, how many fans in baseball even know who their PA announcer is?
Right.
Probably many don't know at all, but we did because Renel was different. She wasn't just the PA announcer. She was an ambassador. And by the way, when she had something to say, she said it. And that was a very positive thing.
Positive for whom?
Exactly.
So, I mean,
just a guess, by the way.
No, but you're starting to bark up an interesting tree because
right.
the things that she believes maybe do not align with the principal owner.
I don't know. Well, I do know that.
Right.
We all know that.
Correct.
98% of this city doesn't agree with that. So,
okay.
Right.
So if you have somebody who is a front-facing member of your organization and you're the boss, maybe you want to go in a different direction just because that individual is not somebody that you want to be the front-facing person for your organization.
And we're
spitballing
here. But if that had something to do with it, my God, how cowardly! Like, how cowardly! And again, anybody with the last name Johnson, not all of you, because I know a lot of you have that name, but anybody in the ownership group of the San Francisco Giants with the last name Johnson, just know that what you do with your money and the way that you have sort of conducted things the last few years, largely in silence. Sometimes you'll come out, have a thing or two to say, such as, well, we hope to break even. That's our goal this year. When you come out and say stuff like that, just understand there's no way to silence anyone or anything. Like, you have got a very long way to go to earn the trust of this fan base, and there's no way around that. No matter who you want to sign, not sign, fire, promote within, there's no way to avoid that. If in some way that was a motivating factor here, that's a joke. And I have no idea if it was, but if that was, that's a joke.
Yeah, and that would never be uttered openly. Like, he's not going to come out and say, politically, I didn't align with our PA announcer.
He's not going to come out and say anything.
Exactly, which to me is an even bigger issue. And, I heard Goo mention it earlier. If Larry Baer were still in charge, this never would have happened. And I firmly believe that, as far as, the ownership change that happened after Larry Baer had the dispute over a cell phone with his wife in a public place, and he ostensibly lost control of the team as a result. And since then, Mark, a lot of things have been done differently than I think they would have if Larry still was in control.